attachment parenting in the modern world. Is it practical? Is it realistic? Is it easy? We've been practicing attachment parenting for 2 years, and we're going to share with you our experience.
Hi everyone, it's Fruity Papa Paul and
Fruity Mama Yulia here
from Rawsome Healthy Nutritional Lifestyle Coaches, and in today's video we're going to be talking about attachment parenting and our experience with attachment parenting over the last 2 years of having Elanie, our beautiful little daughter.
Yes, so she's turned 2 years old and woo,
Yay!
we had a blast celebrating. So, attachment parenting, in case you have no idea what it is, maybe you don't have any children, or maybe you do have children, but you've never come across this term and you're wondering, what, attachment parenting, what does that mean? That they just you hold them all the time? Or? Well, in my understanding, attachment parenting is natural parenting, is actually instinctive parenting, because it's absolutely natural for us to attend to our children's needs when they need us, when they cry. It's absolutely natural for us to kiss and hug and adore our children. It's natural to breastfeed your child for as long as they want to. And it's natural to sleep together with them because you provide them with that security and comfort. And then what happens is that we've got all these natural instincts in us. It's just the way we have been created. And then we're born into this society with this crazy collective conditioning, collective insanity. And all this stuff goes into our heads. So a child cries and deep inside we're like, oh, okay, I can respond to his or her needs. But then you remember this information you read in so-and-so book, or so-and-so person told you that...
Or you were taught this way, you're brought up this way by your own parents, and you think automatically, oh no, I shouldn't.
Leave them cry, leave them cry. They fall asleep, they cry, you're like, your heart is tearing apart because you hear them cry, and you go, oh well, because so-and-so book says that I shouldn't come to them, then I'm not going to come to them. And then you give them your breast, and then for 6 months, doctors tell you and other people tell you, it's enough, 6 months is enough. And you're like, well, I can't, intuitively I feel like I want to keep breastfeeding them, but because I'm told not to do it, I'm just going to stop it. And never mind that my child is going to go through a lot of trauma because the breast was there all this time, any time during the day or night, and all of a sudden it's not there.
And of course, one of the main points here is they'll say, oh, well, the child doesn't really get that much nutrition now from breastfeeding. Hey, but hang on, nutrition is just the one thing. You've also got the emotional attachment with the mother from breastfeeding, that emotional security. And that's hugely important. So you can't forget about that. You can't discount that. It's very important as well.
Yes, but the point is you get disconnected from your own instincts. And attachment parenting brings you back into balance. So it says, it's good to breastfeed your child for as long as he or she needs. And it's good to respond to his or her needs. So when he or she asks for your breast, you're there for him or her. You don't say, it's not quite 3 hours yet, so I cannot let you cry because it's not quite 3 hours. I live by the clock. Or when they ask to sleep with you and you say, you got to go to your separate bedroom. So yes, attachment parenting is about breastfeeding on demand. It's about carrying your child, attending to your child's needs. When they cry, you attend to them, and co-sleeping. So we're going to go into each single area and share our experiences with you. All right, so first let's talk about co-sleeping. We've been co-sleeping with Elanie for 2 years now. And you hear all kinds of myths out there that is going to ruin your relationship, that is going to make your child spoiled. From our personal experience, is it true?
No.
Has it ruined our relationship?
No, actually I think it's made us ever closer.
Yes,
all three of us.
Because we love sleeping together. And the other day someone told me, when Elanie turns 2.5, you can put her in her own bedroom. And I'm like, why are you telling me this? We enjoy sleeping together as a tribe. If we want to make love with Paul, we'll find time and space to do it. Hey,
absolutely.
Come on. Hey, guys, come on, let's face it. If you want to have sex with your lady or your man, you'll find a mean to do it. And bedroom doesn't have to be the only place. You'll just find the way to do it. So
Be creative.
Yeah, be creative. Be creative. So co-sleeping, in my personal experience, has been incredible. I love waking up next to Elanie, seeing her transition from this kingdom of dreams into this realm of our reality, and she opens her eyes and she sees me and I'm there for her, and we hug and I breastfeed her. It's like the best ritual in my life, and
it's great. It's fantastic.
What about you? Has it been a burden?
No, I've absolutely loved it. I've really enjoyed it. Just to know that we go to bed together, or more or less the same time together, we sleep together and we get up together. It just gives you that real intimate feeling that you're really family unit and you're sharing the experience together. And it's something as well I wanted to add, is that we come up with these arbitrary numbers, and this goes for many different aspects of life. Like after 6 months you've got to stop breastfeeding, or 2.5 years you've got to take your child out of your bed and put them in their own bedroom. But these are just arbitrary numbers. They don't really mean anything. Why not do the instinctive way, and when it's ready for the child to want to go into their own room, then do it. But until then, give them that emotional support, give them that security that they want, because this is your child who's going to grow up into an adult, and we've got to give them the best we possibly can so they can be the best they possibly can be as a child and an adult off into the future. So I think it's hugely important.
Yes, and they're not going to spend 30, 40, 50 years licking their wounds, licking their childhood traumas, and instead they're gonna be already at their best. So they're not gonna be like shut down, traumatized, looking to find out who they are. They already know who they are. They realize themselves. They're here to change this world and the planet. So next, let's talk about breastfeeding. And I've lost count how many times I met guys who would say, "What, she is still breastfeeding at 2 years old? That's crazy." And I've actually met guys who said to their women not to breastfeed because it's enough, because, hey, I want to be playing with your breast.
We follow our instincts. We allow Elanie to feed as much as she wants until whenever she wants, because it's part of her development, not only nutritional wise, but as she grows, also her emotional development as well. It's extremely important.
Yes, and now it's getting so much fun. First, Elanie names my breast. So it's like Boo Boo. She calls it Boo Boo. Mama, Boo Boo. Mama, Boo Boo. And then she starts playing with it. The other day, she was on my breast. We were breastfeeding. And she goes, Boo Boo, yummy. And it's just so cool to see her play with my breast. And I asked her then one day, "Do you like my breast? Do you like my breast milk?" And she goes, "Yes, mommy, yes." And she had this beautiful smile on her face. And breastfeeding is absolutely natural, is what we are meant to do. And she still hasn't developed her full set of teeth, and it just seems so crazy to stop that experience. Why? Just because someone told me, just because some random, disconnected, traumatized person who hasn't been breastfed to experience this beautiful connection with his mother has told me, and it's totally crazy. So I believe that we should be breastfeeding for as long as they want to. The World Health Organization recommends breastfeeding for ideally 2 years, and I recommend breastfeeding beyond that. If you want your child to receive top nutrition, if you want your child to really grow into emotionally connected person, balanced person, mentally and developed intellect, then you need to breastfeed for as long as you want, for as long as it's possible, for as long as your child wants. So before I give birth to Elanie, I knew that it was going to be a long-term game. I'm in it for many years, and Elanie has my breast whenever she wants for the last 2 years, ever since she was born into this world. She's always been falling asleep on my breast, and I've always sung her songs to send her to sleep, and it's so magical. So let's talk about baby carrying. Again, baby carrying is so natural, and it's just not, it doesn't make any sense to, when your child has just been born into this world, it doesn't make any sense to put them in push chairs and to separate them. They're meant to be right next to you because they're just transitioning into this world. They need lots and lots of love and care.
What do other animals in nature do?
Exactly. What do other animals in nature do? They carry their babies, they carry their children. So now Elanie's 2, she's heavy and she doesn't like to stay in the carrier for a long time anyway, so
we swap.
We swap first, but then she likes to walk and run, and you know what toddlers, they do their own thing. Another thing as well, if Elanie has, you know, she fell or she bumped herself or she got upset, we're always there to pick her up. And the other day I met a parent, it really shocked me. She said her son, who's 9 months old, fell and he started crying and he hit his nose, he started crying, and she goes, "Get up." And I'm like, wow. You're not gonna like pick him up, and because he fell and it hurt and he's in pain. No, I don't want him to turn into some kind of a woman. I want him to be a man, and it's crazy. Don't you think it's crazy? How is that gonna make him a man? How's that gonna make him a man? How's that gonna spoil him? It's surreal. He's a small boy who was hurt. And when children are hurt, they want to be loved and protected and nurtured and understood and cared. So you just surround them by that love. And it's natural for them to want a mother or their father figure or some kind of figure so they don't feel abandoned. And it's something that we give to Elanie. And Paul is a man, and you know, usually men hold themselves also from loving too much because it can spoil their children. But
I don't. No, actually, I was catching myself the other day. I love to give Elanie lots of kisses all the time, just to give her a kiss. I love you, and it's great being together. And I'll do it in the shopping centre. I'll do it anywhere. But I never see other people doing it. I'm thinking, why are they kissing their children more? You know, I just love to give my care and attention. I know it's not going to spoil her, because it's giving her security. It's going to have an emotional base that's going to help her build herself to be, a well-balanced individual. And I just love doing it. It just comes naturally to me. I don't see it as, over loving your child. How can you overly love your child?
It's crazy.
It just can't.
I mean, discipline is still important. It's not to say that we don't discipline her. It's not to say that we don't guide her. And we've got rules, and she can do certain things, she cannot do certain things. It's not to say that, but we're there to give her lots of hugs. And this is the way. It's just natural for us. And I also think another point to make: when you eat a natural diet, so we eat a raw food diet, our diet is based upon fresh, whole, ripe fruits, we eat lots of greens, we eat raw foods, raw vegan foods basically. It's very natural for you to be in touch with your instincts, and you just let go of all this crazy collective nonsense in your head. It just like clears and you become who you are. So I think, guys, it's so important for you to be in touch with your instincts, and for this journey of parent-child to be your journey, and to be a journey between you, your partner, and your child, and the rest is like background noise, go away.
Yeah, I think it's so important to understand that your child takes a lot in, or takes a lot on board, and they're really perceptive. And they understand a lot what's going on, so never treat them as you think they're some kind of dumb, unintelligent being that needs to grow up. Yeah. They're already an intelligent being, so treat them in that way. Treat them with respect, like you would yourself.
So inspire yourself, empower yourself with information, with knowledge, connect to other parents of like mind in your area who support breastfeeding. There is La Leche League International. They've got beautiful meetups. In Australia, there is Australian Breastfeeding Association. In England, there is some kind of breastfeeding association. I'm sure I haven't explored it personally. There is La Leche League in England as well. And there is lots of various meetups. I used to go in England to Natural Parenting Group and Natural Immunity Group, where we talked about natural diet and natural lifestyle versus vaccination. So, it's something for you to surround yourself by, versus unconscious parents who are going to just get you off track, because they'll be coming up with all these weird things in their heads that are not at all connected to our human reality, our human nature. So,
wow, we talked a lot, didn't we?
Yes, and we've been really looking forward to this video.
It's something we really love talking about, because it's something close to our hearts. It really is very important.
It's our reality, and it's so important. We see it as so important. So, how about you? Do you practice attachment parenting? Are you still breastfeeding your child? Are you still co-sleeping with your child? What has your experience been? Post your answers in the section below underneath this video. We look forward to hearing from you.
Absolutely.
And if you would like to get started on super healthy raw foods, increase the consumption of raw foods so you feel more connected, so you feed your child with proper food, then go to our website, go to this link and grab yourself a free 5-day raw food menu plan to get started. Alrighty.
Great.
So thank you very much for watching this video.
Thank you.
If you liked it, please like it. If you would like to share it with other people, feel free to do so. And eat sweet, keep fit. We will see you again in our
next video. Thanks so much, guys, for watching.
We're excited to see you again.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. So we want to talk about attachment parenting. Attachment parenting. Attachment parenting.
Let's create a new
What is
movement.
that? Yeah, what is that? Attachment parenting.